What's up, guys? We are here with another Saturday morning brew. It's 10 a.m. on Saturday, and we're going to do another keyword research session. So the first time I did the keyword research session, that was about 3 weeks ago, and then I had a trip, and then it was Memorial Day. So it's been a couple weeks, but my original intention was to do something that would teach you about keyword research, like what are good keywords, which I think a lot of people struggle with. And I kind of got off the rails. I ended up doing more niche research. Like we did some keyword research in there, but I ended up talking about how I would structure the blog and whatnot. I'm gonna try to avoid doing that for this session and just look at a bunch of different keywords, and we'll see if they're good or not and how I would use them. If you haven't seen the first video, then you should definitely go ahead and check that out. It's on my website. You'll see a little tab that says live events, or it's going to be on the YouTube channel. All right, we're just going to get started here. Okay, this should work out pretty good. That way I can keep track of anyone. You can't see this this side of the Hangout. I've got my Jaxie window up. Sorry, yeah, I've got my my Jaxie window up, but I've got my Hangout window also live. Anyway, doesn't matter. For once, Google Hangout is working the way I want it to work. Okay. Now we need to think of a topic that we can write about. Okay, something I've been doing a little bit lately is barbecuing. So if we just type in, so I mean, this is the genesis of a lot of my good keywords. Is I really don't have any great ideas, and I just start off with a single word, and that's usually enough to branch off into lots of ideas. Actually, let me pull up a notepad here so you can just keep track of these ideas, which you can't see the notepad, but I'll show you at the end. Okay, so if I type in barbecue, I think that's how you spell it. And actually, on a side note, I am going to start a new website. And normally, when I write reviews of Jaxie, I kind of say, well, you know, this domain feature, you don't really use it that often. But it was extremely helpful when looking for a .com, because the niche I was choosing is pretty, I don't want to use the word saturated, but it's pretty competitive. So all these ridiculous names were taken, and you can see barbecue rib recipes, barbecue chicken recipes, basically all of these good domains or semi-good domains. .coms are already taken. But with this Jaxie feature, you can basically just scan for the .com. So I don't even have to look at the keywords. I can just, let's say I want to get a high traffic keyword. I just organize by traffic and then just scan down the right side here and look for .com. Charcoal barbecue grills. That might be an all right one. Traffic isn't too high though. Or I can go for low competition if I want to buy some low competition domain names and build some small websites on them maybe. Anyway. All right, so first thing I see, outdoor barbecue grill reviews. I mean, that's an excellent keyword. Where'd that go? There we go. Outdoor barbecue grill reviews. Why is that a good keyword? Let me turn on the... Actually, we'll just do it here. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 words. Okay, so it's a pretty long tail keyword, not super long, but longer than 3. 3 is kind of a minimum, I think, for ranking. I don't know if I've ever really ranked for a 2-word keyword, but yeah, so 4 words long, which is pretty good. It doesn't have very much traffic showing here, but I don't know. I would think that most grills would be outdoor grills, So I think this is maybe has some potential for more searches than is actually listed here. I would think this would be an excellent keyword to rank for. It's grammatically correct. QSR is pretty low, not super low, but I mean that's to be expected because it's grammatically correct and it contains this core keyword barbecue grills or barbecue grills reviews. So, actually, that's got a .com. That would be a good website to buy, I think. Outdoor barbecue grills reviews. And you can just review a bunch of different grills. Anyway, so this is a good keyword. I would definitely go for this keyword, even though it's low competition. I mean, it's right out of the box. You don't have to do anything. You just call the post outdoor barbecue grills reviews or 2015 top 3 2015 outdoor barbecue grills reviews. Or you could make it specialized. You could do like outdoor barbecue grills reviews for people on a budget, for people that live in the city. I don't know, maybe there's like smokeless barbecues. I don't know. Outdoor barbecue grills reviews for people with large families. There's a lot of ways you could modify that to make that specific to certain people. But what I would probably do is outdoor barbecue grills reviews. So because that's kind of a general, when people type outdoor barbecue grills reviews in there, they're maybe just looking for a bunch of different websites with reviews. So what I would do to get that post on my website so that it makes sense is I would create a list of maybe 5 to 10 reviews that I do. So I do, let's say, 5 individual reviews of barbecue grills. And then I would, and let's say I want to do, okay, top 5 2015 outdoor barbecue grills reviews. I don't know if that grammatically makes sense, but I'd find something that makes sense. And then I would create a list. And so I have 5 barbecue reviews. And then I write, let's say, 200 to 300 words per barbecue, put a picture, put some text, and then I would link off to the individual reviews. And that's how I would do that particular keyword. Now let's see if there's any other good keywords in this. Barbecue definition, definitely not something I would go for. I mean, you see it has a green dot here, but 132 searches is pretty good. But when you look, it's got 130 QSR. It's kind of higher competition for not that many searches. And it's only a 2-word keyword. And someone who's looking for a barbecue definition, they're most likely not looking to buy anything. This one, best barbecue grills. Okay, now this is in some ways it's a good keyword. In some ways it's not a good keyword. So 1,129 searches and only 148 QSR. Oh, and there's a .org available. Actually, I always check. Usually it's domain letters. bestbarbecuegrills.com. See, there's nothing on it, so it might be worth getting the .org for this one. My issue with the keyword is that best style keywords are usually kind of hard to rank for, and it's only 3 words. So let's look at what's ranked. Best barbecue grills. It looks like pretty tough competition for page 1. I mean, I would definitely make a post on this just to have it there. And I would just try to make it put extra effort into it. Make it 2,000 words, list 10 barbecues, have videos and pictures of each. You know, you want to do like an ultimate list or something. You could even do more. I was reading an ebook the other day where the guy was saying when he does like a best of post, he does 35. So I mean, there's no real limit saying how many you can review. Anyway, it's pretty good looking traffic here, and competition doesn't look that bad. So I would definitely go for it. But because it's a short keyword and because it's a best keyword, I think it's going to be hard to rank for without some authority on your website, which you can gain over time. Gas barbecue grill. I mean, that's another one that's showing pretty decent traffic and pretty low QSR, but it's only a 3-word keyword. It's not really a keyword where you can tell what the intention of the searcher is. So are they just looking for pictures? Are they just like looking for something so they can go check it out in the store? Do they not understand how a gas barbecue grill works? We don't really know what they're searching for, so I would say this is not a great keyword right here. Okay, so history barbecue. Let's see what that is. Is that like a historical barbecue sauce, maybe? Let's see what a history of barbecue is. Yeah, nothing turning up. They may mean like some sort of historical barbecue sauce, history barbecue America. Maybe the history of barbecue. What if we type in historical barbecue sauce? I know they make historical beers. Apparently not. Okay, so that's probably not worth following up on. All right, let's look for a different niche and see what else turns up. Anyway, barbecue stuff looks pretty good. You can do like meat recipes and grill reviews and cleaning your grill and stuff like that. Let's look up some video game stuff. A lot of high traffic keywords here. Video game release dates. That's kind of general. I don't really think that's something that, one, you could rank for very well, but two, that would make much sense why you would have people on your site. You could, if you wanted to keep an updated list of video games that were coming out, you could just add to that list over time, and the more you update it, then the more it would have a chance to rank for this. I mean, it would bring people on the site and it would get them to recognize your brand. Actually, now that I think of it, you could sign up for, there's probably some video game affiliate programs, and then if you rank for this video game release day, then you could say, okay, sign up for the to pre-purchase. I was looking for 99-cent rentals on Apple TV the other day, and they have a website called 99, I think it's called 99 Rental. And you go to the website and he lists the 99-cent rental of the week. and then you can rent it through his site on iTunes. So he makes a commission each time. And I mean, 99 cents, what does Apple pay? Even if they pay 10%, which would be pretty good, that would be what, 9 cents or 10 cents per referral, which is 10 cents per referral is not very much, but he ranks #1 for 99-cent rental on iTunes. So if you can imagine how many people have Apple products and how many people have iTunes and rent on that, it'll add up. So actually, I would make a page for this. I changed my mind. I would make a page for this, and I would add video game release dates as they come out, and you may rank for this, and you may get people typing in this phrase, and then they come to your site, and then they're like, okay, well, I can see this video game is coming out in 2 weeks. I want to pre-purchase it. And they'll just click through to your website. Sell video games. This is an interesting one. I'm gonna sell video games. I'm sure there's a lot of people who want to sell their video games on Amazon and or eBay. I don't know if you can sell used video games on eBay. But if you have a video game themed website, you could do a whole series of posts on how to sell your video game. Okay, so the original keyword is not very good, I think. It has a lot of traffic, but it's only 3 words. I mean, 3 words is still kind of a long tail keyword, kind of. I guess long tail is 3 plus. But it's not really clear what the person is searching for. Like, do they want to sell video games on eBay? Do they want to sell it on Craigslist? Do they want to find a price listing? So I would probably take this keyword and find something more specific. Like make money selling video games on eBay. This would be an excellent keyword to go for. So it's a lot less traffic, but the competition is also a lot less lower. So you're gonna have, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words, double what's up here. So what I would do, instead of doing a single post on sell video games, I would split it up. Make money selling video games on eBay, make money selling video games on Craigslist, make money selling video games on Amazon, maybe there's GameStop, how to make money selling video games at GameStop. And then you have 5 posts, which you have an excellent chance of ranking for, rather than 1 post, which you have a slim chance of ranking for. Top 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This would be a pretty good keyword to go for. It's not really a purchase keyword, but it may be something interesting to rank for, so that you can say 1, you can just bring traffic to your website, but 2, top 10 best-selling video games ever, and then you can link to the actual games. Here's another one that you could add to that list: where to sell video games for a good price. So you can do a comparison. So you do all your posts, Amazon, eBay, whatever, and then you do a follow-up post, where to sell video games at a good price, and you can list the advantages and disadvantages of all. You can see that there is a little bit of traffic and no QSR. Let's just double check that. Sometimes the 0 QSR is not correct, but in this case it is. Where to sell video games? Oh, that's fine. It's incorrect. Where to sell video games for a good price? Oh, there you go. Oh, that's fine. Where to? There we go. Okay, so we've got 3 results. For the grammatically correct, we've got 1. It depends on how you count it. This way we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 words. So there's a very excellent chance that you could rank, if you do a 1,000-word post for 3 QSR and a 9-word keyword, that's going to be a really good chance of ranking. The stop words might not count. So, this is a really good example. Even though this says 0 QSR, it's removed all the stop words. It's removed to and for. So I would count the QSR of this one, of the grammar one, which doesn't make that much of a difference in this case. It's only 3, but sometimes you'll see a big difference. So I would say this would be 3, for my own metrics in my head when I'm counting this. I would say this is 3 QSR. But I think this is a pretty popular question. I would think there's a lot of people with used games they don't want to play anymore. I would definitely write a post on this. Okay, well, you want to make money off of your old games. Why don't you make money selling other people's games? And you're like, all right, start your own video game sales business. Teach them how to do video game arbitrage, where they buy cheap video games and resell them at a higher price or something. Or you say, okay, well, you could sell your video games here. Here's a good place to trade, and then you can say, okay, well, you can trade up. Maybe there's some referral program for that. Now, just looking at these keywords here for these vintage consoles, you can see there's not a lot of traffic coming into any of these keywords. The max is 210. Whereas if we search for video games, you can see we've got stuff in the 11,000s. So there's not a whole lot of traffic coming through to these keywords, but you can see they're all a green dot here, and there's a lot of low competition keywords. So if you were to do a website on vintage video game consoles, I would say it's something that's not going to bring a huge amount of traffic, depending on how you go at the your angle on the niche. But I think it's going to be, if you write quality content, it's something that you could easily rank for. So again, here's this vintage Nintendo console thing. So not that many searches, pretty low QSR, vintage Nintendo console. Like, what is their intention for searching for this keyword? Do they just want to look at it? Maybe they just want a picture, in which case it's a waste of your time. But if you change that, I mean, that could be done in a lot of different ways. You could do how to repair vintage Nintendo consoles, or how to tell if your vintage Nintendo console is worth money. How much money is a vintage Nintendo console worth? Where to sell my vintage Nintendo console? How to hack my vintage Nintendo console, or something like that. I would definitely add something to these keywords. Even though they're giving us the green dot, it doesn't mean that they should be targeted just like that. Like, let's see what's ranking. eBay. So it's all e-commerce style websites. Here's a cool thing you could do. 3 different models of vintage Nintendo consoles. So we've got, version 1. I don't know if that's version 1 or 2. Version 1, version 2, version 3, and talk a bit about each. If you could squeeze out 800 words about these different consoles, you might be able to rank for it. But it looks like they are just selling. It's all about selling stuff. I mean, e-commerce style websites. That'd be kind of cool. You could do a post about souped up retro gaming consoles. That's kind of weird. This would be an interesting product to promote. I'm always kind of down on the video game niche just because I feel like it's overdone a bit. But looking at these are kind of cool. You got Atari flashback systems. You've got this system here where you can play Super NES, Genesis, and NES on the same system. This would be kind of cool item to promote. It's new. Let's see, have an affiliate program. Become an affiliate. You could be selling these. Look at that. 2.5% commission. It's pretty poor, but I mean, what are you gonna do about it? Okay, let's look up one last keyword set. Think of something interesting to look for. Let's see. I don't know if you guys call them weed whackers. Weed trimmer, maybe. My weed whacker broke. Not broke, it's leaking, so I gotta repair it. You can gas all over the place. And you may think, well, that sounds like a dumb website just about weed whackers. Well, you don't have to make a website about weed whackers. You can make a website about lawn care. A lot of people are interested in keeping their lawn manicured. And I don't know about where you guys are, but where I am, garden services are expensive. Like $100 something a month for a mow and blow, where they basically come and, mow your lawn for 15 minutes and blow the grass away. Anyway, I'm not going to complain about the prices, but it's expensive for what you would think. And anyway, so people want to take care of their own lawns. So why not get your own kids? Okay, kids weed whacker. I don't even know what that would look like. Oh, it's a toy. Kids chainsaw. That looks kind of fun. Let's see what's wrong with these reviews. Apparently, it doesn't work very well. Huh. I guess you learn something new every day. There's the whole set of power tools for kids. So that might be an interesting niche to go into. That could be like a work with dad website, all about kids wanting to do projects like their dad or something, or kids wanting to help around the house. So like a kid version of a mop, a kid version, they have those small shopping carts for kids and different stuff so that the kids can help with the chores. You can train them early. I remember when I was a kid, the first time my mom let me vacuum the house, it was so exciting that I got to use the real vacuum. And I think it was about a month later that I figured out that vacuuming sucks pretty bad. So then I wasn't into it so much. But anyway, back to this weed trimmer reviews. I don't think it's not going to be something where you can find a bunch of traffic on it. But you can do a whole series of posts about yard maintenance and YouTube videos on how to repair your gas-powered equipment or electric equipment, and how to properly care for your lawn and whatnot. So these could easily be keywords that you could go for. Right, let's hear best weed whacker. Same thing as best barbecue. I don't think you'd rank for this, but you could change this to different keywords: best gas-powered weed whacker or best electric weed whacker. And I think best electric weed whacker would probably be something that you could really write a good, interesting article on, because you're going to have to worry about things about battery life, and some are going to be have cords, some are going to be cordless. You're going to have to worry about power and all that stuff. Where gas-powered weed whackers are kind of the standard, and I don't know, there's not much difference, I think, except for price. Rechargeable weed whacker. Again, it's like, I guess I'm kind of repeating the same stuff here, but it's worth, it's worth, this is a keyword that I would not go for. I would not write a post called where to buy a rechargeable weed whacker, or what is a rechargeable weed whacker. Like, that just doesn't make sense. I don't think people would search for that. But if we go to here, electric weed whacker reviews, I would go for that. Or here's another one, best cordless weed whacker. There's this. So you do best rechargeable weed whacker, best cordless weed whacker, best electric weed whacker, and they all may be, there may be some crossover there, but you get three posts out of there. You could either feature that in your sidebar and get a lot of clicks through to that, but I think you have a pretty good chance of ranking for that. Now, how would I do this one? This Husqvarna weed whacker. Sometimes it's easy to rank for brand names because they're very specific. So you could do, instead of Husqvarna weed whacker, you could do Husqvarna weed whacker review. Let's see that. Now, I'm sure they have a bunch of different models. Now, even though this is another good example, even though this is showing me there's not that many searches here, this is a keyword that I would actually go for. Let's see who's ranking for that. Yeah, I don't know what your chance would be of ranking for this one. I would probably go for, I don't know if I would go for this one. If I did, what I would do is I would structure the post so that I went over the different models. So there's probably, you can see there's one for 400 and one for 199 and one for 169. So I would do something like top 3 Husqvarna weed whacker models, my review, or in-depth review, and then I would just go through all the different, or not all of them, a few of the best models with the main differences, and kind of break it down. And even though there's not really a well-defined keyword for that, you're still going to rank for something somewhere. And I know that kind of leaves it up in the air, where it's like, well, I'm writing this post, but I don't know what I'm going to rank for. And not everything has to be exactly according to your keyword research tool. If you write a 1,000, 2,000 word post with the word Husqvarna, weed whacker, and review in it, there's a very good chance that there's some kind of combination of words that someone is going to type, and they're going to look at your post and they're going to say, wow, this guy has all these Husqvarna models. He's He's broken it down really well. They're going to read your entire post. They may or may not buy, but the time spent on the page and the links clicked, it's all going to help other parts of your site. So if you feel like there's a need for a post, like a lot of times I write posts just because I need to reference them. What's a good example? My website. Start making money with Amazon. Now let's see what this is called. Okay, it's called Start Making Money with Amazon. All right, so it's called Start Making Money with Amazon, and I believe my keyword was making money with Amazon. Okay, we've got making money Amazon 245119 make money Amazon. So I was kind of going for these two keywords here. Let's see if I'm ranked. What if I'm ranked making money with Amazon? Clearly not ranked. Okay, not ranked for the keyword. But I link to this page all the time because it explains Amazon Associates, it explains how you can make money, it explains how to get your link. I've got about 15, maybe 1,000 words content there. Anyway, it's basically a convenience for me so that I can link to it, and maybe sometime down the road I can rank for it. So not everything has to be exactly 100% according to what you see in the keyword tool. It's just kind of a guide. But if you see a need to write a post where you're like, oh, no one has a post on this, I think this would be a really interesting resource, or I'm tired of talking about this over and over again, so I just want to create a post about it on my website so that I can link to it if people ask me this question. Or you're like, I just think this is something someone would search for. I don't really care how many searches it gets. All you really need is one search a day for someone to buy something, and you're going to be making money. All right, guys, we're going to cut it off short today. I think we got some pretty good examples. I'm pretty happy with what I covered with, oh, here's a really good keyword. 7 easy ways to make money with Amazon. Let's see. I wonder if that's the name of an ebook or something. Easy ways to make money on Amazon. Either someone found this keyword or this is an ebook. Oh, I know this guy. Let's see if he's ranked. Huh. I'm gonna I'm gonna have to email him and let him know he's ranked for this keyword. One little secret to see if someone is getting traffic is you can see if there's comments on the post. So there's only one comment, so it probably doesn't bring that much traffic, but he's ranked for it. I don't know how many words he wrote for it, but 348 searches and 6 QSR. That's a good keyword. Sorry to expose your keyword here, dude, but good job. Anyway, we're going to end it right there. I hope you enjoyed the session. I hope you kind of saw what keywords I go for, how I assess keywords, how I look at keywords, say like, okay, I like the idea, but I don't like the phrase. So I want to find something different. I want to find something similar, but less competitive. Or if I see a keyword where it's like, okay, high traffic, low competition, I want to double check and make sure this is something I want to go for in this form. Is it grammatically correct? Is it something that's related to my blog? Is it actually low competition? So when you add those stop words in there, is the competition still the same? Is there any way I can make it more specific? Anyway, stuff like that. Also in the description of the video and on the page where if you're viewing this on my website, I'm going to link to another training called How I Deal with Bad Grammar Keywords. It's a specific training about how to, if you find a keyword you think is good, you want to go for it, but it's not grammatically correct, how I change that to be grammatically correct so that you can use it on your website so your blog titles don't look stupid. And I'll link to that. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in a couple weeks with the next training video.